right, welcome back to It's Janice. I'm your host, Janice McLean-Deloach. So we are coming to the tail end of our interviews today. We're at the Godsu Conference, Women's Conference on Health and Empowerment. It's put on by Global Over Day Seminary and University. I want to thank Dr. Diane Eubanks and Dr. Willis Eubanks for allowing me to come today and be a part of your conference and meet some fabulous people and women and men. And so we have come back from our last segment. We were just talking about brand building, public relations, and marketing. We were with Dr. Renee Sterling Allen, who has joined us again. We are back. And we've also been joined this time by Dr. Sonia Noel and Dr. Janelle Billingsley. Can you believe? Yes, she's that young. She's a doctor. And we are here at the conference, and one of the topics at the conference is empowerment. It's also about women. And I thought it would really be a great idea to have a conversation about topics that bother women. And
very appropriate. Very appropriate.
So we're joined with you three beautiful ladies, and we are all colors and creeds. So we'll start with Dr. Renee Sterling Allen. Let's talk about a topic that bothers you, that you feel we should kind of put out there and get
about
some
women?
dialogue about it. It's about women or in general, yeah.
Well, women in general, just not supporting other women, edifying, uplifting. I mean, we do that here at God's You, but when I get out of God's You, and I don't see a lot of it.
The atmosphere is different.
Yeah, the atmosphere is different. It's not so
Now, what's your
camaraderie.
background? Tell me what field or what area?
Well, I'm 21-year retired Navy veteran.
So is it in the veteran or the military field, or?
The military, yeah. The military, the camaraderie was there, but there's a lot of other issues that were in the, But as far as women, they didn't really get the respect. You had to really prove yourself and keep your integrity intact. So I used to wear a ring like I was married. I wasn't, but just because.
Was it because of guys, or? Was
because guys,
advances.
Advances,
Yes.
etc. So I, my parents taught me a certain way to walk and talk, and that's what I did in the military as well.
So Dr. Sonia Noel, tell me, you're in fashion. What one area or problem comes to mind for you?
Like I was just listening to her, and even in the interview before, I think a lot of time as women, we look at each other as competing instead of completing. We need to try to be our authentic self, because we all are unique and we all have something to bring to the table. And if we can just view it in that way, and as they say, send the elevator down for your sister. As you climb, we take all the sisters with us.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because together we are stronger. I believe in collaboration. Like for me, I walk into a room, and you were saying that earlier, sometimes when you look too good, you see the dagger eyes.
Oh my gosh, right?
I just go up and said, hi, how are you? How are you today?
Right.
Or something, It's either to them to want to repel or to accept or whatever. Because
And I've seen Dr. Sonia Noel, when she do it, honey. She's posing and oh my God. So I know that you can,
I like people with positive energy.
Right.
I love a positive vibe, because the negativity draws from you. It can leave you so exhausted.
Right.
So instead of looking, we got to get together.
Now let me ask you, do you get that, you think, because you are from Guyana? Or do you get that because you're a woman? Is it because you're a black woman?
It's a number of things. Like recently, I just came from John Maxwell course in Orlando. We had 3,400 people. One day, this young lady walked up to me and she said, it must feel really good to command attention with so many thousands of people around. And I said, oh, it actually does feel good.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
So because I always say to people, to what you have inside, it comes out.
Yeah.
And I say to people, I'm even more beautiful inside.
Oh
Because,
my gosh.
yes.
I told her she can go there, right?
It comes out, because there's only so much you can bluff, The real deal is going to show one day.
Right.
But I would really love to encourage sisters that we all have something unique to bring to the table. let us join together. Let us collaborate. Together, we are stronger.
Now, Dr. Janelle Billingsley, you're in the technology military, I don't want you tell about what you want to talk about, and tell me about that for you.
So it's a really, I'm glad you brought that up. I think it's very timely, considering that, I don't know what your political affiliations are, but, we've got Hillary out there. So I love this topic.
Breaking the glass ceiling.
Breaking the glass
Great
ceiling.
panel, right? Right.
Go Hillary.
Definitely being in the tech space, also working with material solutions for the Department of Defense, completely male-dominated environment. There are definitely some challenges that one has to overcome when you're trying to make it to the top. And
such as, would you give me a few examples?
Such as if you, my whole career has been with DoD, so being very, very young compared to like a lot of the much older individuals was a little bit of a challenge to kind of command that respect. I was like one of the very first millennials.
Who's this kid trying to talk to
so one of the first millennials like to enter the workforce, so that was always a challenge. But then also being a female, and I was never one that didn't like to kind of have her hair done and her nails done or whatever, so people didn't really know what to do with you.
They didn't know what to make of you.
Yeah, are you like this sexy secretary, or are you like smart? So it was like always in this weird, kind of like space or whatever. And I think the thing that we have to remember as women is that at the end of the day, you can make it so long as you're competent, you know your stuff, and you're on top of your game. So, I'd like to encourage you. That's how I was able to move up and grow. It was never because of my looks. I didn't do anything unethical, but it was just being really, really good, being a lot better than my counterparts. And so I just want to encourage women to do that. Also, the other thing is I recently moved into more of a younger tech space, and seeing that dynamic play out between men and women, and just kind of like being pigeonholed, and how do you be firm in that kind of like when somebody's kind of trying to put you in the space of being a secretary. And so I've noticed that a lot of the women that I've worked with have
Oh my God, do people still think we're secretaries now?
okay.
I'm just trying to, wow, secretary, okay.
Yeah, so secretary, admin assistant of some sort. And so really getting some of the women to stand up for themselves and be firm. No, we're not going to do this. I have my master's degree. I am very competent. I understand this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I just want to encourage
But you
women
can
to be
only
firm.
stand up for yourself if you have that self-confidence, because they have some people could have master's degrees.
Now let me say this. Do you think that each of you ladies are in totally different fields? I'm in media, you're in tech, you're in fashion, you're in branding, which is kind of almost the same thing, in public relations. Does your religion make you better equipped to deal with the situations?
Absolutely.
Or is it just your own
definitely.
upbringing and your own innate
That too.
personality?
Yes,
Thank you. You can chime in anytime. It's a combination. Because what I learned as a child, I still do now. And then, of course, my religion, like I said earlier, I pray all the time. I stay in prayer because I know it's an evolving thing, So I say a combination for sure.
Okay.
I would definitely agree with her, a combination. Like, before knowing if all the other faculties work, when I wake up in the morning and I can breathe, I start thanking him.
Yes.
It gives you that confidence, knowing that there is someone there, no matter how dire the situation is.
Janelle?
He's going to come through for you. So
Okay.
definitely a combination.
Okay. Janelle?
I agree with both of their sentiments.
You know what?
It's a
Okay.
combination. I definitely had my own. I was very outgoing as a child, but also just the word, reminding us that we need to be bold and to never give up. Those scriptures that kind of reinforce that definitely allows you to overcome a lot of obstacles in very murky situations in the work environment. So I'd say it's a combination of both.
Thank you. So all of you agree a combination of both. And I think that really if we're going to be people of substance, it doesn't matter whether it's young women or older women or whatever. I think we would all just innately probably be that way anyway, regardless of color, regardless of male. I know that they look at you being, and I think for you, you probably have it from 3 different angles because you're young too.
young for the military environment, not so much on the other.
Okay.
I'm the old one now.
Oh, wow. Okay. So moving forward, empowerment. So we're at Godsu Women Empowerment and Health Conference. We just talked about the issues. We talked about them from a different perspective, from different fields. How do we make it better? How do we fix it?
Well, I think they articulated something earlier during this interview, and that is us really bonding together and really supporting each other and encouraging. I think pouring into each other is going to really help empower us collectively as females and as a group. And so that's my answer.
Definitely. I think, as they say, one girl at a time, one woman at a time. You just have to let them know you don't have to settle. You really don't have to settle. We all have greatness within.
Yeah. And I would say, you know, being the oldest of 3 girls, it's just being about it, not just talking about it, and just doing something, whether it's volunteering or just taking a girl's hand and just saying you're beautiful. Just do something, anything.
All right. So my camera guy is Mr. Scott Brown. Thank you so much. He's telling me to wrap it up. So I'm going to ask you 3 ladies. I'm going to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for having that interview with us and that conversation. I need you guys to help me do a commercial. Say thank you for watching. It's Janice. We'll start with you.
Thank you for watching. It's Janice right here at Godsu Empower You Conference in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Thank you for watching. It's Janice, isn't it?
Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of the Godsu Women's Empower You Conference.
Okay. And so I'm Janice. Thank you for watching. It's Janice. This is wrapping up our roundtable dialogue. This is wrapping up our conversation that we had with our 3 panelists, Dr. Renee Sterling Allen, Dr. Sonia Noel, and Dr. Janelle Bill.